What is good, y'all? It is your boy, Real Talk, Humble Success, and we are back with another video. I'm still trying to figure out how I could make this mic attached to my camera. I'm probably gonna have to end up buying a whole new mic and all these kinds of stuff, but we're just gonna get right straight into the video. And for today's video, I just decided to talk about how to evolve as a man to what we have currently happening in today's society. One thing I noticed is there's three stages of how it used to be. Number one, there was when men used to go out, they would hunt, bring back meat, a bunch of food back to their families, so the wives can cook for the food and everything like that. And then the next stage was when men had to go to school, study. You had to get the best form of education. You were the top 1% man at that time. One thing I'm starting to realize is that it is changing again. Life, society, and everything is completely changing again. If you don't adapt, you don't follow through with how society has things going on right now, you are going to be left behind. Now you're going to ask me, how the hell do I adapt? What's changing? What should I do? Well, I'm going to be diving deep right into that in today's video. So if you guys are new to this channel, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate all the support, and leave a comment down on what you think about this video so we can keep posting more. Any kind of support is something I appreciate. So let's get right into the video. So in today's video, how do I adapt? That's the number one question. Or what is it adapting towards? What is life changing towards? Now we're at this phase and stage where money can be made in all kinds of ways. All you really got to do is create a brand of somewhat uniqueness, and you'll be selling that thing. If you have the skill level to sell, and push out your product, you're going to be able to actually push a product and actually make a whole bunch of money. What I found pretty common now in today's day and age is people are starting content creating. Content creating is the new trend. A lot of people are creating their own brand, talking about their personal lives, and they're doing a darn pretty good job on that because they're making good sales. Let's say their brand is all about fitness training. They sell their kind of fitness clothes, or they sell their course on how their fitness plan, their meal plan, and all these kinds of things. And I'm not saying this is a scam, but really what they're doing is utilizing their platform and the fan base they actually have at hand. And that's a really smart thing to do. If I'm starting on something, that's something I'm personally going to do. I'm going to create something where it is valuable enough for me to sell towards people who need it. I believe that's the only smart thing to really do when you have a content creating mindset. That's the difference between a creator and a consumer. Consumers think to just use things. Creators think to actually sell, create, make a product, and make something of value towards people who are willing to actually purchase it. And that's the thing with today's day and age. You have to be willing to adapt towards where life is going. People are using online, social media, and all these kinds of things to actually create progress in their life. People aren't just sticking to corporate jobs. And I'm not telling you guys don't go to college. I'm not gonna say any of that bullshit, because college is a really good thing. University is a really good thing if you find the career path that isn't a waste of money. A lot of you guys are going to college and university to study freaking gender studies, and then you're wondering why you're not making 6-figure pay. Well, you're wasting all your money on that because there's no demand, there's no significance in that, there's no value in that field. You guys need to find fields that actually have value. I would say engineering, computer science. There's a lot of things you can do. If you're trying to become a doctor, a lawyer, these are things that have value, and robots can't just take over, and people actually need in everyday society. If you check every kind of business, you're going to see they need an IT specialist because their software program is always having issues. There's always reoccurring issues, and they need that person there to make help. And what's crazy with that is, if you're good enough, you have enough experience, and depending on the job specifications, you're actually able to work from home. So you're actually able to be on commute. You're able to go to multiple different places and be working from your computer. And the money you gain from that, you can actually invest into your own product, your own brand, your own social media platform. I've seen a lot of people who have a 9 to 5 job. They work regular job just like everybody. They're there in the morning, back in the afternoon, and they're able to actually put the money towards their own brand. There's a guy on social media, I forgot his name. I've seen him a couple times. He showed up on my feed on Instagram, where he literally just records his life. He bought a camera, started recording his life. He records himself working, records himself getting ready for work. And then this guy actually has a lot of deals and a lot of networking partners because people are seeing the value and they're entertained by his kind of content. So what I'm trying to say is that you guys should be able to create something of your own. If you're into cars, maybe you get a job, you purchase whips, you flip cars, and you make a whole social media platform based on you flipping vehicles. When you start creating a fan base, people actually pay to watch you by subscribing to your things, paying for products you're selling, paying for all kinds of things. There's a lot of things you can do with the power of social media. They call it the power of cloud, bro. A lot of you guys are too scared. You'd be like, oh, I just don't want to record. All you got to do is record. What I'm doing in this channel is I'm literally pushing fitness, positivity, advice for how to talk to girls, and all these basic needs, because every guy needs help, and I'm simply just saying this because this is literally a cheat code to make money. And if you're not willing to evolve and expand your horizon in your mind, you're not going to make as much money as you think you are, because life is changing. It's not all about working a corporate job. There's too much bills. Like, they tax you way too much for you to actually make a lot of money from there. You'd have to work decades upon decades in order for you to be one of those big bosses, and there's nothing wrong with that. If that's where you see yourself, go for it. That's your path. That's your future. But a lot of you guys are complaining, saying, oh, I don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. Then get to something. To either you create a social media platform, you start a business with the money you're saving from your corporate job. A lot of you guys are working corporate jobs, but you don't have money saved up. How is that? How does that make any kind of sense? Because you're scamming yourself. What you got to really look at it is, you're sacrificing all this time for what? To work paycheck after paycheck after paycheck. Why not live below your means, save your money, stack your funds, start a business? I think I was walking around, forgot where it was, but I was coming back from the gym, and I saw a guy in a Nissan GTR. I think it was the 2024. For those of you guys who don't know, those cars are above $100,000. Some are even like in the 300,000s. Those cars are really expensive. I didn't really ask him. I didn't get too specific on how much he bought the car for, but the car was clean. It was new and everything. I walked up to the guy. I said, hey man, what do you do for a living, bro? I just conversated with him. And one thing I regret is that I did not take his number. And I wish I did, because this guy told me he was a welder. He worked in the welding trade for a while. And he said it wasn't enough. He didn't really make the money he thought he was going to make. But what he did is he stacked his funds, he lived below his means, and he started a cleaning business. A lot of you guys are looking to start business that seem so exciting. Not everything is also online. You can go start a boring job business and people would actually pay you to provide that value. He started a cleaning business. He was cleaning businesses. When they have cleaners come in, those people are paid monthly subscriptions to come in there a couple times a month and just clean it. He probably had multiple, I'd say 10 to 20 or 30 people he was cleaning their businesses for, and he was making a whole bunch of money, and he was able to make cash flow, able to make so much revenue from that business. But what he put in from his corporate job was he was working his welding job, and he invested into the items, the supplies he needed to make the business actually take off. So what I'm trying to tell you guys here is that there's so many ways you can make money. You know, stop limiting yourself to working one job, doing this for the rest of your life. Go learn a skill and provide value in the world. Every day I ask myself, how can I provide value to this world? Because there's never a way that's taken. There's never no way. There's always a way to make more money in this world. You know, really, that's all I gotta say for this video. If you guys absorb this information, that's up to you. I'll catch y'all later. Stay blessed, stay humble. Gang.